Oh my god, hey! Oh my god.
Don't bring them down because they are not in your level. There's a checklist to go through when you're doing people's makeup.
You can be straight and you can still do drag. You can be a girl and still do drag.
Is your name actually Jackie?
No, it's not.
Because I didn't have any other way to express the anger.
So it wasn't really well known until NESCC happened.
So,
Actually, let's talk about drama and cosplay.
I don't want to post my cosplays because I see a lot of drama and a lot of people overshadowing.
Oh, that judge is bad. Oh.
you don't even have to answer if you don't want to.
I don't have to, but I want to.
Okay, go ahead.
No.
You weren't late. I'm just worried because I know that it's, what, 11:30 p.m. where you are?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm really
It's okay. No, it's fine.
sorry. You sure? Okay.
Yeah. Actually, I stay up till like 2 a.m., so it's okay.
Okay, good. So we can chat all night. By the way, can you see? Because
Everything's like blurry and stuff, so yeah, but I can make
oh
out.
my god.
You look great, by the way. I tried to like
Thank you. You
yeah,
too.
as much as
I was talking about you before you joined. I was like telling everyone, like giving a little bit of info about you, about how creative you are, how awesome and talented and passionate. So I can't wait to get into all of so I can't wait until we get into all of that.
Yay.
And also,
Oof.
let's see.
Oh, I see people that I know. I know Ashley.
It gets so overwhelming, like to a
I
point
know.
where sometimes I forget to read the comments, but today we're gonna read all the comments and have a good time.
Thank you.
Hope to see you two talented people
Blue
together.
eyes.
Thank you. So how's it
I know I'm
going? How are you
upset.
feeling?
I was a little sick these days because it's raining and I end up like when I do a cosplay, I end up like taking showers late in the night and that always like kind of messes with me up. But yeah, I've been all right.
That's great. That's great to hear. How was the situation where you are, like with the whole lockdown and stuff?
It's a big sigh because like we had a huge we had curfew 24/7 for 2 months and it just lifted, and even if when it's like lifted, everyone's like taking the social distancing pretty seriously here. So even I haven't
That's good.
I haven't like stepped out of my house like to even restock on supplies yet, which I should. But yeah.
But I mean, at least you guys have a lockdown because here things are out of control and it's just like spreading rapidly. It's only a matter
My
of time till we all die.
Oh my God, my dad is still there, and so I'm getting like the kind of daily news from like what's going on there because of my dad, and he's freaking out and stuff as well. So yeah, I can imagine.
It is really scary, but yeah, let's not get into that because that's a whole other topic we can just go on and on about.
Yeah. Oof.
Okay.
I'm just trying
So,
to read as much as I can, but it just keeps. Oh, Rim is there. Hello. I'm sorry.
Reem Vanity, yes, she is here. A lot of people are here.
She wants her face back, and oh, I think.
I get it. So, again, before you joined, I was telling everyone about like how you're an entrepreneur and how creative you are. So, how is your what's it called? Your bloodline, the fake blood. It's about
It's taken a like it's so funny because I had just launched it in Feb and then the whole lockdown happened and everything just got shut down, and all the marketing I did for that, all the videos I created and put out was like all in vain. So I had to I started marketing it like a few days ago, and so I just keep picking it up from there. So sad.
It's sad because like the Corona thing just shut everything down. But do you ship? Like, do you ship orders if people order, or is that not possible at the moment?
Right now it's possible, and I do have a few orders to complete and ship, and I have to get like proper shipping details, and because like before the lockdown it was different, I'm pretty sure, and now it's different because like some places don't work, so I have to figure that out. Yeah. Thank
Well,
you.
good luck with that because I think it's really amazing, and I can't wait to try it.
Ah, I'm probably going. I can probably send you some with my mom because she's planning on visiting Bahrain like soon, even though
Once
this stuff is
everything's
going
cleared
on.
out.
Yeah. Thank you, Ashley. Okay.
Maybe it's
And
for the best. Yeah, I mean, maybe like you can spend this time trying to think of new marketing techniques and come up with something bigger and better.
yeah, I mean, I had 2 months to think about it, so I probably like put. I have a lot of concepts that I want to do, and my mom is visiting, so I can have an extra pair of hands to work with. So that's always good. That's going to be fun.
Yeah.
But how is stuff with you, man? Like, how are you doing?
I'm good. Everything is good here, with the exception of the Corona situation, because again, we're not going to get into that, but every live chat I have to rant about the fact that we don't have a lockdown, and it's
Oh,
frustrating. Yeah, but other than that, I mean, I've been trying to create content. I've been trying to, stay active and interact with different people, different friends, just like, the live chat and all. So I'm trying my
yeah.
best to stay jolly. And
But
also,
this
what?
this whole live thing is pretty cool too. Like, it's really nice to reconnect over something like this.
This is funny because, like, look at how the tables have turned. Last year, you were interviewing me. You were
Yeah.
interviewing me on your podcast, and now I'm doing the same thing on my live chat. How was the
Yeah.
podcast? How did you guys
Oh
stop?
man.
Or
I don't want to like leave my house unless absolutely necessary. So I had to find a new way to like start it up without going to the studio, and so I haven't figured that out yet because it's just been so like especially with the whole like my products and stuff like that halted. So I had to figure that out, and so the podcast is kind of on the back burner for now, but I'll figure it out eventually.
But it was amazing because like it was a very creative idea and it was doing well. Like you've had like people every week, like you were doing it weekly. You had a lot of people on the show.
Yeah, I had quite a few episodes. Like it was really like fun, and it was really more than fun. It was educational, no, insightful. Yeah. So I want to like keep going. I mean, restart eventually, but I'm not sure when that will be.
Because that was a
Unfortunately.
very creative way of like gaining knowledge from different types of people and their different types of skills that they use. And maybe because of the situation right now, you can restart because this is the time where such things are trendy.
Right.
Live
Yeah.
chats and online, content and stuff.
For sure. I do need to get back into it. I did think of like an idea on how to do it properly because now what happens with Instagram lives are they don't stay in your stories. They like come into your like actual feed and
Yeah.
yeah, that it was a little bit of a because like I don't want all the shit I do on my life to come on my feed, but then now
You
it's like
can
maybe I can use that.
you can post it on your IGTV. This is what I do. Like at
Yeah.
first I post it on my feed and then I remove them and just leave them on the IGTV. Like I leave them for like 5 days for people to watch and for it to get, a good number of views and then I remove them.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, but
Interesting.
it can stay on your IGTV and you can promote it there so it would work.
Yeah,
So
maybe. So I'll have to like think about that. Yeah.
and I mean, again, I'm a big fan of your work because you're so passionate and creative. Your
Thank you,
Venom,
but
oh my God, that Venom, even if you scroll up, everyone on this live chat is talking about that Venom cosplay. They're like, I love your Venom, I
oh,
love your Venom. It
thanks
was
so much.
shocking. It was honestly it was so shocking because you made it out of paper.
I made the claws out of paper. I still have like some of them lying around because I haven't cleaned up from that mess yet. But yeah, I made the claws out of paper. The eyes were cloth that I could see through, and it was a little messy because I was applying it on myself. So I was like, I can't see that well, but I'm gonna go for it
Yeah, I
anyway.
noticed the eyes. Like they were like, what was it? Was this tissue on the eye part, or what was it exactly?
It was this see-through material. I don't have it here. I don't think so. But it was this see-through white material that I had like first I
Like
had drawn
lace?
the shape. Yeah, I just like placed it on top of like a paint job and it kind of like made my eyes disappear from a distance. Yeah, so that was interesting. Hello. Oh, it's my friends. Oh, Venom is thank you. Thank you.
See, everyone is
I
shocked about Venom. I think, did you film any of behind the scenes? Because like with something so incredible, I think people would want to see how everything's made and like the
uh
process that goes into it.
I do have some behind the scenes. The problem is that was my first ever full body paint kind of
Oh, okay. But
yeah.
at
So
least the face part, maybe like
yeah,
the face mask.
so I have that part up until then, and I was like considering how to record that, but it was just way too hard. I mean, you don't realize how hard recording behind the scenes is until you actually start doing
Yeah,
it.
it
And
is.
I'm
I
like,
know.
which one do I focus on, the work or like on the video, like the quality? Which quality do I like sacrifice?
Yeah, I
If
get
you
what
make
you mean.
well, I bloopers. I have my bloopers on like I have a TikTok. I know,
You have a
shame
TikTok?
me for.
I
I'm
recently joined TikTok and I'm so bad at it.
same. I'm like trying so hard, but it's like there's a point where it's cringy and it's like quality content, so I'm just trying
Yeah,
to keep that line
yeah,
short.
yeah. Like it's a hit or miss. You never know, like when it's considered creative and when it's considered cringy. But it's really fun.
Yeah. Yeah, like one of my most cringy videos actually gained more traction than some of the stuff that I worked so hard on. Like there was this one video I worked like the whole day on like editing and stuff, and that got like less than 1,000. I was like, okay. So yeah, I have some of my bloopers on that. So I
But
should probably come
at
up.
least it went viral, regardless of how you looked. At least you got a good amount of viewers.
Yeah, like on one video, and then the rest are just like, people who just backtrack my account to see what I was up to, and it's so sad, but But I think I follow you on TikTok. I saw your account and I did follow you, and
I started this
there was
recently, but
yeah.
I want to do more, but I feel like I'm not cool enough.
I feel so old when I'm looking at
TikTok.
TikTok.
Because
Yeah,
there are a
same.
lot of young people, like there are a lot of kids.
Kids doing really inappropriate things. And I'm like, okay, because like that's why Musical.ly got shut down in the first place, and now like TikTok is pretty strict. Like when they see kids doing inappropriate stuff, they mostly probably like always take it down. But there's a lot of them. There's a
I,
lot.
I thought Musical.ly was TikTok. Like, didn't they convert it into?
Yeah, they converted it because they had legal issues,
Oh.
like with predators, like sexual predators and stuff.
Oh. Wait, remember like before TikTok there was an app called like
Vine.
no, there's another one, Dubsmash.
Oh,
Remember
yeah.
Dubsmash?
Yeah, I wasn't on it. I kind of completely like just sailed past through it because I was doing my exams back then.
But I think like
Predator?
Dubsmash turned into Musical.ly,
TikTok? Musical.ly. Okay.
and then it became TikTok.
TikTok. Hmm.
Yeah, Dubsmash.
Mm,
It used to be for like lip syncing and voiceovers and such.
yeah. And then it's so weird because like even TikTok was meant to be like for that, except now it's completely this whole creative. I mean, for people and content creators that use it properly, it's such a tool because
Hmm.
I don't know, it's just so creative how people made use of it, and then I just like literally anything can become famous. Even the freaking I follow this girl who makes clothing and little hats for a gecko. Like that makes no sense, but
And then people think of that as like people look at it and are blown away. Some
yeah,
things
I
like
mean,
you put. All right, go on.
yeah, I'm like that's so simple and so weird, but I love it. It's so that's not just different.
It's different. It's not under TikTok or Musical.ly, but it doesn't
Okay.
exist anymore, does it? Because I think like I
Mm,
searched for it and I couldn't find it.
it's not a lip ring, it's some thing that I found, and I was like, hey, maybe I was looking for the lip ring, and this was just like a
But it looks like
makeshift
a
lip
lip ring,
ring.
so just don't tell anyone.
It's a lip ring, guys. Mm.
Um,
Am I edgy enough?
if you can rock it, then yes. So, okay, let's tell people what. Well, we didn't meet. We didn't really meet in real life, but we did walk past each other in Bahrain. But we didn't know
Yes.
each other back then. So technically, we
Yeah.
did meet, but indirectly.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like a stalker, but yeah.
It was what, 2015? 2015 or 16? I was Jack
14.
Frost, right?
It was 14. I think it was 14.
When
14
I
or
was Jack
13.
Frost.
Yeah. So I was like in a really, really lame cosplay. Like it was, I don't even think I was cosplaying. Either I was doing this there was a zombie makeup artist I think at the spot, and I got that makeup down, or I was this weird elf thing, elf mash up cosplay with a katana running around in like white shorts and makeshift thigh-high boots. And then I felt like really shitty because there were so many amazing cosplayers around me, and I was like, I'm trying to like, hey, I'm cool too, you know. And then,
Trying to fit in.
yeah, I didn't know anyone, and then especially like I didn't have enough time to like actually fit in with the cosplay crowd in Bahrain. I only know like I knew Fofi from way back, like I don't remember how, but I've spoken to Fofi. We've gone on like one outing and that's it. But other than that, I have not met like other cosplayers properly. And so when I saw you like in your Jack Frost cosplay, I don't know why. Maybe I was standing next to a freaking AC, but I could feel the cold wind blow towards me. And then you walk towards me, and I'm just there like, is this like reality? Because that's what cosplay is supposed to do to you. It's supposed to like question reality, right? And so
Yeah,
you like
it's a
keep.
fantasy.
I'm like, yeah, like I think you're walking like towards me, but really you're just passing me. But as soon as you like pass me, I was like, damn, he smells like winter. I don't know what that smells like.
It
Maybe
was
like pine
acrylic
cones.
paint.
Yeah, I don't know. But it smelled like
That
winter.
was
I was like,
acrylic
damn.
paint.
No.
Because my mom and I had painted the jacket, like the little details on the hoodie. I think the day of the convention. No, we painted it the night before, and then we traced it with acrylic paint the day of the convention.
Oh,
So probably that's why you smelled and you thought it was winter.
I don't know. I was like, damn. And like, I don't know. It was just really cool. And then like it was such an on-point cosplay. And I was just like, I wanted to do better as a cosplayer and as a creative person because the next time I came back with Cops, right? I think that's how it was. Or like I moved to Sri Lanka right after that, and then
We didn't meet. We didn't
and
get to meet because that was
yeah,
like my first time, well, second time, but I didn't really know anyone, so we didn't get the chance to properly meet. But we were always friends on Facebook, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah. Like I think
Yeah.
somewhere around that time, I like stalked you. I found you. I was like, I need to be friends with this person because like I met other cosplayers before, but then no one has like influenced me like even without talking to me like that before because of your cosplay. Like when I did come to Sri Lanka, I always thought of like improving my cosplay. So that's where I try to take my corpse bride and make it like a 10 times
Yeah,
better
your
version.
corpse bride was good. And
Thank you.
what's her name? Sally, the one with the red hair.
Sally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was like bomb. It was so good.
Thanks. Yeah, I have this weird obsession with Tim Burton and
It suits you really
influence.
well. You're like a real life Tim Burton character.
Thanks, I think.
It's a compliment. Don't worry, it's a compliment.
Mm.
So when you moved to Sri Lanka, how was the cosplay scene there? Like, did it exist or?
No, it existed because the year I moved in 2015, they had a convention, the first convention for them. And I didn't know about it because I saw it as an ad on TV while it was like the last day, and I had my exams during that time. I couldn't attend. So there was some sort of a cosplay scene, and it wasn't that developed. It was like very, people were still using cardboard. People were still using paper mache. But, you know, I'm not like saying that's bad. I'm just saying.
No, it's improvising.
Yeah, exactly. That's how you're supposed to start. Like, you know, and I was still using acrylics and tissue paper and school glue for my, you know, makeup stuff. And so, but then I knew like what it could be because I was in Bahrain. Like I saw like the standard of like cosplay. So when I moved here, immediately like I started doing like SFX looks and different types of cosplays, and then I attended my first convention and then the second, and then I just kept pushing my boundaries. And I think the people here kind of like are quite competitive, so they like immediately like started raising the bar even more. There was one, I think 2017, where I kind of felt like I was falling behind even because like everyone's just so like quick on like picking stuff up here. Like it's pretty cool and competitive. It's a little scary.
Did it, like, by any chance demotivate you? Because, like, when it gets competitive, not only in competitions, but in general, when people, like, try to be better than others, did it, like, demotivate you? Did it take the fun out of wanting to cosplay? Because
For
this
me,
happens here.
yeah, I can understand. For me, like there is a good side of competition. For me back then, my mindset was like completely wrong because I always wanted to be the best, like perfect, even though I knew I could not achieve that level of perfection with the skills and the materials I had. Instead of finding a way to like make it perfect with the materials I did have, I kind of like, you know, like certain materials you can only get so far with. So, and I was just so depressed because I was like, I'm not rich. I don't have access to this and that. I'm never gonna, like, I let that get into my head and stuff. And I always like had so many insecurities, but then there was a point where I just stopped caring. And then I did like, that's when I did Sally next year because it was so simple. It was just body paint, but I did do most with what I had. Like that was my grandma's dress. There was like acrylic like paint highlights, you know. I just like, you know what, I don't care. And then now I'm at a point like when I look at competition, I see it as like a way to like raise your bar and the bar around like as a cosplay community in Sri Lanka to raise it even higher. And that's where I think the competition comes from, because we help each other and give each other advice. Before I used to be like quite like, should I really tell this person what I know? But then now I'm just like, okay, here, you know, take it.
You leave it to yourself and don't tell them.
Yeah, so that's how I felt. But now everyone's kind of come to this like, okay, so it's not really a secret, and because it's all online some way or the other.
Yeah.
You're not the first person to think of it. Like you think you are, but you're not. That's a sad
You're
part.
not.
Yeah.
But
so
it's really cool to see, like, you know, how I think your community is more positive than the ones here because it's a small community, right? I'm assuming.
here
Like you
we
see,
have, yeah.
like you see like
Well,
similar faces most of the time. Because in Bahrain it's like that, but in the Middle East as a whole, it's beyond competitive.
I went back to my home screen. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just also trying to do. I can't make do. Okay, yeah. I mean, I never really got a chance to experience the community in Bahrain, but I always saw that as like it wasn't just like Bahrain. Like when there's a convention, everyone from like the Middle East just comes to that convention. Like IGN used to be like super big, I remember.
Yeah, they used to, yeah, back then.
Yeah, I mean when Alodia was like guest judge, so so that was when like I remember that was one of the cons I experienced, not the Alodia one, the one before that with the mountain. And everyone from like the Middle East, like a lot of cosplayers came, and I was like, damn. I mean, competition, but like this though. Sweden.
Now it's Middle East Film and Comic Con, MEFCC in Dubai. That's like where everyone gathers.
Yeah,
I went
I've
to
heard.
it this year and I went the year before. It was really cool, but it's overwhelming because you see like a lot of stuff.
I saw your like vlog. It was a lot. I was like, damn, I wish I was there for it all.
It's fun. And I also saw your friend there. I forgot his name. He was the
Oh
pilot.
yeah. Sean something, I think. I'm not sure.
I think I saw him this year as well. I'm not sure.
Yeah, probably.
But it
He
was
comes
so
to Sri
fun because
Lanka occasionally.
oh, so he's not from there? I think he is from there.
No, I think he's Sri Lankan, right? Because I don't know. I
Yeah.
think he lives there and then he visits Sri Lanka sometimes. I've seen him at cons here. He's also pretty like damn good here.
Because when we were like taking pictures and we were, you know, getting to know each other, he was like, I'm from Sri Lanka. I was like, I know someone from Sri Lanka. He was like, who? I told him it's Opula. And he was like, oh my God. So we were fangirling over you.
I mean, you can guess how small the community is from just that small conversation. Yeah. I think you.
Right.
Yeah, I can't see, but I kind of think I don't know. I'm just obsessed with the white ones. Ugh, these were expensive, so I'm just gonna spam them as much as I can before they expire.
Yeah. You know, for me, lenses don't expire. Like, even if they're expired, I'm still gonna wear them.
I feel attacked. Same.
Like, you can always
I
clean
have
them up and
lenses.
put them.
Oh, I have lenses that were expired 2 years ago. I still have.
I have lenses from like when I first started cosplay, which is like 2015. Only one of them is like okay to use. The other one just like expanded, so I threw it away. So I'm using
Like
the other pair.
even if it is like expired, you shouldn't wear them. I'm no way supporting this, but like I'm too broke to buy a new pair of like white ones and like
Most of them, like if you order them online, they wouldn't be as expensive as you look like 2D from the Gorillas. Oh yeah, you do.
It's the contacts.
And the blue hair.
Yeah, well,
And the blue hair.
yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Thank you, Yami. But yeah, I think we had a topic planned, and I don't know if we're supposed to like stick by it because I feel like we're just going around the place.
Yeah, let's get into it. Let's get into creativity. So
After like what, like 30 minutes?
no, let's get into it because like I felt like taking it more naturally. Like this is what I usually do. Like I don't have an outline, but I know what we're gonna talk about.
Okay, because I already think we touched on it. Like, how much were they in rupees? The lenses, I think they cost me around like 4 to 5K. Yeah, that's a lot of money in Sri Lankan rupee.
I need to convert that because it sounds like it is a lot.
It was $30.
$30. So that's like
15 BD, I think.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's not
That's
like
the general
crazy.
price of.
Yeah. I'm like, that's expensive for me. Okay, I live in a third world country. I barely make enough to eat, so excuse me.
Too
well,
dark.
Yeah. It doesn't go there.
You have some fans. Everyone's like, Opula. I think most of them are your followers. I don't see any of mine.
I did put out I think everyone's going to sleep now and they procrastinate until like
Oh,
1
yeah, because it's
a.m.
late. I forget that it's late. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Wanted to jump in to say that. Say what? I don't know what you said, dude.
I think he just said hey. He just said hello.
Oh,
He said you're
hi.
amazing.
Yes.
He said you're amazing.
Yeah. So he's like one of those TikTokers, Amanda. Yeah. So he's like a model in Sri Lanka, and he's like a TikToker that posts those like really
Ooh.
sexual content. Ugh. He's not
Ooh.
underage though. He's not underage. But yeah, his comment section
So,
is, but he's not underage. Ooh.
exposed? Okay.
I'm a
He's still
fan of your
watching us.
acting. He's a theater actor, by the way. Just that's what I wanted to mention. Like, regardless of that.
Nice.
Yeah.
What time is it in there? Someone's asking you.
Well, I think. Oh, here it's. I don't know. I have to check my phone. Ooh, it's 12:18.
I hope we're not keeping you up late.
It's okay. I stay up until like 3 a.m. anyways.
So usually, like when I do these lives, I divide them into two parts. Let me
Okay.
know when you want to end this one so we can start the other one. The other one could be focused on Q&A and like, sorry, I get distracted. What time is it for me? For me, it's 9:48 p.m. Are you from Bahrain? Ology. Okay, wait. I like how my name developed from like Hassan to AwesomeOlogy to awesome and then ology. Some people call me ology, and I'm like, because they think that AwesomeOlogy is like they think the word ology is something, but the
Yeah.
entire name means like the study of awesomeness or the study of being awesome. But I don't mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can call me ology, you can call me awesome, you could call me Hassan. I am from Bahrain, yes.
Mr. Ology.
Mr. Ology. I was going to sleep.
Great.
What
Oh,
would you
I
like
can't.
to be called? I mean, it's okay. My real name is Hassan. My stage name is AwesomeOlogy. So you can call me AwesomeOlogy, Awesome, or Hassan. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh. So she is from Sweden. And she's also Sri Lankan, and she's like an amazing, talented cosplayer there. So
Ooh, then
cool.
I should follow her after the live chat. We need to follow
She's
each other.
really great at like makeup. Yeah.
The thing that I gained the most from these live chats is the fact that like I'm getting to meet new people as well from the comments, because like when you go live with someone, their followers join the live chat, so you get to meet new people. I think it's really cool. It's a new way
Yeah.
to stay active and, meet new people and new talents.
Especially
Um,
like creatives, like people with like similar interests. Like that's always like a thing. Like I don't know, like people who stick on like when you start a live, yeah, there'll be like a lot, but then like later on, they're just gonna be like 7, yeah, 7. Like those are the
7, but
people
they're
that,
still watching and they're still having fun.
yeah, like damn.
Apula, can I know what your
My
name
name.
means? Oh, this is interesting.
Oof. Oof. It means a water lily, like a purple water lily. Like
Aww,
my, yeah, Sri Lankans are obsessed with naming their kids after flowers.
that's a
e-
really pretty name. Water lily. That's a. Your name has a really nice ring to it. Apula. Is it Apula or Apula?
Opula, I think Opula. I don't know myself, but I think it's
You don't know your real name.
because like my entire life I haven't lived in Sri Lanka, so everyone's been calling me whatever, like Opula, Opella, Opula, Opula. So I'm like, okay, whatever.
What do
As
you
long
want to
as
be
not
called?
um see, I don't pronounce it right myself most of the time, so
It's your
that's
name.
mm, yeah.
Someone's asking for advice.
Okay,
I
what's
think
the
you should.
advice?
Wait, let me scroll up.
Oh
Any
dear.
advice for new cosplayers? Okay, you
Oh,
should go.
don't think about how perfect. I mean, like when you look up tutorials online, they will always have materials that you don't have access to most of the time, and they're really expensive, and getting to work with them requires a lot of practice to begin with. So when you're starting out, try and make do with whatever you have around the house. Like hot glue is like a great like thing you can use for like teeth and stuff, like a lot of things. And paper, I always like, even now I still use stuff like that. So make do with what you have, like even acrylics, tissue paper and stuff. So I always say start small so you know how hard it is, and like each step, like you'll feel more like, damn, I'm using like EVA foam, I'm using a heat gun, I feel fancy. So
I
yeah,
mean, if you do
always,
have access to those, then it's great, but like always try to improvise.
yeah, yeah. I mean, especially now since this coronavirus, like import and export are like majorly like halted or like slowed
Stop, yeah.
down. So yeah. Yeesh.
I think you're like one of those people that can basically turn anything into something like really cool. Like you can use household items and make them look expensive.
Probably, bro. I'll probably like be the next Gucci selling like a pair of like really bad slippers for like, I don't know, like
But it's
$2,000.
fancy.
Yeah. Oh hey, so Gaini is another makeup artist from Sri Lanka.
A lot of
She
talents
is
in these live chat today. There are a lot of talented people I see.
for sure looking ET. Always, bro, keeping it ET. I cringe. I'm sorry. I should not have done that.
It's okay. So, is there anything specific that you'd like to put out there?
So again, like I think majorly why I wanted to talk about cosplay being like a gateway for, especially for the two of us, into like more creative paths. So like how it like opens up boundaries and how it creates more, like opens more doors for you and make you realize stuff is what I like always thought is so magical about cosplay. And so yeah.
I mean, do you look at it as hobby? But well, you obviously made it a job, and you made a lot of like, as I said, you were really creative, and you basically took it as a job at some point. That's what I've
Yeah,
noticed.
I think so. I mean, cosplay is a hobby and will always be a hobby, but then special effects, makeup, character creation, design, graphics design, content creation, all those things that came from cosplay is like what I do currently as like a career, right? So, so yeah, I mean, it's really hard to draw the line, but yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people find it confusing. Like they think cosplay is like, again, here in the Middle East, it's very competitive when it comes to cosplay competitions. But again, there are
Okay.
those who do it because they want to practice their, you know, they want to improve their skills in makeup, or they want to improve their skills in acting or craftsmanship, you know? What
Yeah.
do you like want to make out of it in the long term?
For me, cosplay gives me exposure for my art and the type of work that I do. Recently, I didn't know that I could do character creation. Apparently, it's something that like quite difficult for people to like create a character and then pick, certain traits and certain things.
It's really fun.
Yeah, it's fun, but like I didn't know it was like something you can charge people money for. So, so I've been getting more into that, and so when I cosplay, it's mostly like, so since I'm a special effects makeup artist, I can showcase my skills via my cosplay and my ability to create characters that have like a full circle moment. And yeah, and like even like it helps me get familiar with materials that I need to use for SFX as well, like EVA foam, like tools like a Dremel, like those things come in handy when I do like my special effects stuff as well. So it helps me practice, keeps me, informed. Well,
would you say that like special effects and like SFX makeup is your main profession when it comes
100%.
to, yeah, I can tell, like you're a spooky queen. You love everything horror and like bloody. And
Like
you're
I
so
try
good
to
at
make
it.
this pretty, dude. I try to make this pretty, but then it always somehow ends up being creepy. I always add like some weird shit to.
But it's really cool because like that's your signature style. Like it's good to remain authentic and
Yeah.
to remain true to yourself. So I think like whatever character you do, if you add that little twist of horror and like, blood, that really
Yeah.
represents you. I'm sorry if like
No, yeah,
it's
no,
a
totally.
compliment.
Yeah, I get it because like a lot of people struggle to find their style. Even now, like even like proper artists who've done degrees, who've done like like professional stuff, like even they don't have like a signature style. So like even me, like even like no matter how hard I try to do a normal cosplay, like do a character to the T, I always end up like changing bits here and there to like
Fit your own
flatter it
style, which
more,
is the
Yeah,
best thing to do.
100%.
Because a lot of people take it as embodying a character 100% to a point where they forget to showcase their own personality
Yeah.
in the character, which I think it's important. It's important to like at least put a touch of yourself in there,
Think the magic in cosplay happens when your character, your personality meets the character halfway, and then you like enhance what you can relate to of the character even more through your personality. And that's like what I find, like I totally understand how you're acting like a character exactly, but like I find it even more impressive when I see people taking like traits of the character and then like, and that's what's so cool about your cosplays. I think like you do that so well, and it's just so magical to watch.
Like I don't like to copy paste a character. Like I never
noticed.
Maybe with Edward Scissorhands because I love the character so much.
No, even with, I think you and the character kind of like had quite a bit of common
We're very
ground,
similar.
like quite, in a lot of ways. And so yeah, I can understand why it was so similar. But even with that, you had like quite a bit of similar, like your own personality come out even more through the character. So that was really, really, really
I love
magical.
Johnny Depp.
I cried during your performance on stage. Like it was like so unexpected. I mean, I don't know if it's nerdy or geeky to say that, but yeah, it was
No,
beautiful.
thank you. I really appreciate it. That was one of my favorite performances I've ever done. It was so much fun to do. But yeah, like I personally love cosplay for the performing, and yeah, I love putting, like me, my style. I love putting horror, a little bit of drag, a little bit of something that is, very theatrical.
Yeah. I think what I love most about your cosplay is the way that you perform. Like your performance always like stand out for me. Like it's like it looks so effortless, and that's how you know there's been so much work put in. When something looks effortless, it is not. Like
It's
so
not.
much work,
There's so much effort.
thought. It's so flawless. I love it.
Thank you. Thank you. Do you were you always a fan of like makeup and art and all of that growing up? Like, were there things that inspired you to become who you are today? Or did you just jump on the bandwagon when it became a thing?
I think my video. Oh, I'm sorry. I think my video got stuck or something.
No, you're fine.
Okay, all right. So, what inspired me? So, I was from a very conservative family. I didn't get to use makeup as a child, and my mom didn't use makeup. Yeah, like it's not like I could have like snuck into my mom's room and used her makeup either, because she didn't have any. She didn't use anything. Like she was like one of those Asian women, like nothing.
Okay.
So I was always curious, but I've always had like this weird kind of affinity for some dark stuff. Because as a kid I loved horror movies. That's something me and my mom always used to watch, like on TV. I would watch like with her because we are not allowed to watch it alone, and then so I was always like into the horror stuff. But
What was your favorite movie growing up? Your favorite horror film?
Hills Have Eyes.
The
Hills Have Eyes. Hills Have Eyes. It scared the shit out of me. And then Grudge. All the Grudge movies like consecutively together scares the shit out of me. Yeah, those two like give me nightmares for days. Yeah, I think so. Like, it's like, I mean, when I watch them now, it's not that scary, but Hills Have Eyes was really disgusting for me to watch. The cannibalism part especially, it was just like, And the incest and the cannibalism, that was just, you know, as a kid. I mean, I didn't realize it as a kid. Only like when I grew up, I was like, wait a minute, you know, like randomly out of nowhere. But yeah, those two movies.
So, do you think that they inspired your style in any way? Like, did you catch on to things from childhood that inspired your work?
Yeah, I would think so. Because, like, I think as a child, I had a lot of insecurities and a lot of, like, just a lot of, I don't know, I was just very depressed I still am, not that, but I know how to, like, deal with it more now, but back then it was just, like, I didn't know have a way to express it, so I was artistic, always, like, creative. So, like, in terms of, like, I would draw stuff, and even my art would be dark as, like, heck.
Oh.
Yeah. I think I have some, like, even now, but, yeah, it's, like, pretty dark stuff. Because I didn't have any other way to express the anger, the sadness I was feeling, and that would be, like, my expression. But when I found out, like, because self-harm, you would think is something, like, you know, people think it's the easy way out. But for me, it's always been, like, I can't do it because, like, I'm not brave enough, or I'm not strong enough. But, like, when I tried to replicate a slitted wrist for the first time, something was so liberating about that. It's so fucked up. I am so sorry.
Go on. No, this is interesting.
Yeah, so my first ever SFX thing that I ever tried was the slitted wrist, and it came out so, like, pretty good. I used clay, like normal children clay. Yeah, like just normal clay that children use, and then some tissues and thread and school glue and acrylic red paint and some brown paint. And I was like, I had gone to an IGN convention in 2013, and there was a special effects makeup artist there who was doing zombie makeup on people, so I had come home and tried to, like, I was kind of inspired by that and to try that on my own, since I knew, like, okay, so people do that. So I did that. But I could have, like, done a zombie makeup on my face, right? Or anything in the world, but I chose to go for a slitted wrist. And yeah, it was just so messed up, but something about being able to see that on my arm was liberating in a way that I don't have to actually, like, I won't, like, okay, this is,
Feel the pain,
I don't know,
like,
I should not say this on. Yeah, it's just...
Okay, but you don't have to continue, but I understand where you're going.
I'm not telling you should, like, do that. Never, like, self-harm is a no-no.
I understand, like, how it started as something that is very deep and personal, and then it slowly developed to something that made you realize that you're good at this thing, but not specifically in an actually harmful way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you did find,
100%.
like, those dark times and all that personal stuff actually had the benefit from it. And I'm glad that it became something that is so creative and something that you're really, really, really talented at. And that's what most people know you for.
100%. Because, like, even when I feel like really like full of emotion, that's when I can create something so good. Because if you notice the blue Devil's Advocate that I did, the cosplay with the gold horns,
Yeah, that
um,
was so good.
all the anxiety from this like situation of Corona, I used that as kind of like a fuel for it, and that's how she came to be. Edge of a cliff, and you imagine jumping off. Yeah, it's like you recreate. It's like you won't. Okay, yeah, imagining, but it's like a little bit more than imagining. It's like actually making a movie of yourself jumping off a cliff, except you're safe and you're not getting hurt. You know what
Like
I mean?
in a fantasy world where this is what you'd imagine would happen, but it's in a safe reality. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. It's like, okay, this is what it would look like, and it's no way what I want, but it's something. You know, it's kind of like that weird apple that you can never bite into, like in Adam and Eve.
Like it's
Kind
so
of like
tempting, yet like you don't really want to get it because you don't want to get in trouble, but you can replicate it and eat the replica.
and it won't be the same, and I will never know what it will be like, but I'll know what it would look like. I will know what it would feel like. No, not feel like, but like I would, like, it's enough. Like that's where I stop, like draw the line. And it's just messed up talking about that, but it's like,
I mean,
I
we're
don't
all
know.
human, and these things are not like, I don't know how our topic got so dark, but at the end of the day, we all have like problems, we all have dark stories. But I'm like glad that your story was actually it's inspiring because for people that are struggling with these kind of things, they can turn it around and make like a job out of it, make like something so beautiful out of it. Because your work is so creative, and again, you're the type of person that pays so much attention to detail that if you look closely, I try to like, look at the details and stuff with the horns and then the drawings and then the paint and everything that goes into it is just completely insane, and it's so
Thank
amazing.
you.
It's so good.
Thank you. Like I would have never imagined I would be in a position to do kind of stuff like that, because I've always had the frustrating part about starting off as a new cosplayer is like you will want, like for me it was like I was a perfectionist, but I had no like experience or materials or the knowledge to be that perfect. And so it would always end up in some sort of frustration, but now like it's different. I would have never imagined myself creating something like that back in the day, but now it's just like a fantasy come alive, and so it's just really amazing for me.
Yes, so much respect for like someone that is so creative and talented. Cosplay Arabia is here.
Oh wow, I think that's a big deal. Gnarly blew that up. Thanks. I've seen your photo shoots from it. Really sick. So, Princess Leia knows. What does
You
she
guys
know?
should collaborate with Cosplay Arabia. Oh, I have Cosplay Arabia. I'll hit you up after this. There's something that I have in mind for Miss Opula.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Damn.
I'll let you know afterwards.
Not really a big deal. Okay. Okay.
No,
I
I
don't know.
think, like they're my friends, and actually I'm gonna go live with one of the founders of Cosplay Arabia in the next interview, and we're gonna talk about like how it started and all. But
Okay.
they try to represent people that
Oh no.
you know how in the
stuck again.
what? Oh, they try to represent people that don't really have that big of a following, and
Okay.
they put in a lot of effort into trying to push people out there. They've done it to me, and it was something that I'm forever grateful for. And I think that we need to have a talk about Miss Apula.
Oh. But like I really love the level of professionalism and the level of like I don't know, it just has so much, like I think thought put into it, because again it looks effortless, but I see the details and it's just gorgeous. Like even from the insignia, I don't know, logo, to the design and the style, it's very crisp. I like it. So yeah.
History lesson with cosplay. There you go. Yeah, pretty much. You guys will see what's gonna happen in the next. Oh, Jackie's here as well. If you could, with all the situation that is going on in the world right now, if you can turn everything around, what is the one thing that you would change that would benefit you mostly? You know what I mean? Like in terms of a career path. Because I know with like creative artists, it gets really difficult and we have to hustle to get our spot where we want to be. What is one thing that you would want to put yourself like? What is something that you want to change for yourself? Because I see you as someone that is a popular, that could turn into a popular content creator, maybe on YouTube. I don't know if that's your platform, if that's something that you've experimented with, but oh, Fufi's here! Oh my God! I'm sorry.
Hey, that's like
Sorry,
a
Arya Fanica.
cosplay grandma. Like she's like
She
like
is
a
the OG
figure.
of cosplay.
You have no idea.
My mom.
Oh, gee, she is just an inspiration. Like her work,
Forgot about it.
yeah,
Yes,
amazing.
Fufi's an OG of cosplay. Okay, what was I saying? I forgot.
Well, the situation, how would you turn it around? Like, what would you make be different?
Yeah, like what would you do if you could when it comes to like a creative career path?
For me, I think in Sri Lanka, it's still the path that I want to take. It's still a pioneering kind of, like it needs a lot of development, and so I would love to spearhead that, because normally you have a studio in countries for SFX with a lot of interns, a lot of people working on different things. They're specialized at, and like they have special concept artists, different artists working with them to like help. So if like a film producer or a director came to me, they would want a certain type of character, you would have to be able to design that. Or they have a concept, but to like make it into a reality, it's just there's a huge bridge there, because you can't always take the cartoon character and make it like, okay, this is what it's gonna look like. So I would love to be that person one day, but it's still not a thing here in Sri Lanka. The problem is like, so I would like to do that one day. Yeah.
I think you can. I think you can, especially considering like there are not a lot of people like you in Sri Lanka. I mean, there are cosplayers, but when it comes to like the creative mindset that you have an entrepreneur mindset, because like you like to put your work and talent and make money out of it, and I think it's good. It's a great thing. Not a lot of people can do that.
Yeah. And I think even like we share kind of the same ideas when it comes to monetizing our content. I don't know if that's the right words for it, but in terms of professionalism and like the routes that we take and the way that we do carry ourselves, like not just in cosplay, but we use that to kind of like boost our level
Ego?
of like not ego, but yeah, well,
Kind of.
but a little bit. But then
We're
like to
special.
boost up, well, special and more. But yeah, I mean, like we use that as like a way to showcase more of what we can do, rather than just, like cosplay, I'm in costume, haha. Instead, we use that like content creation, and you'd go crazy with all of like your theater and stuff. So yeah, that's like,
that's where I want to go when it comes to theater and stuff. So there aren't a lot of people left if anyone has any question or anything that they want to throw, go on. But other than that, is there anyone that you want to give a shout out to? Is there anything that you want to tell us about when it comes to your future projects where you are?
Well, for me, Blue Blood Elf is started as like just a gaming name, but now
It's your
it's
brand.
a lot. Yeah, it's my brand, it's my baby. I've done so much for her, and it's like a thing that I want to like make bigger, right? So, it's not just about SFX. It's going to be a lot more someday. But yeah, that, and then a huge shout out to my friend Helmi Dead Cosplay, who is another craftswoman in Sri Lanka. And a major shout out to, I have a lot of shout outs. I don't know if I can do
Go
that,
ahead.
but
I'm gonna post this on my IGTV. Is that fine? Like, it's cool with you,
yeah,
right?
of course.
Okay.
There's
So you
like
can shout
so
out as
many.
many people as you want.
There's so many like content creators and like people in Sri Lanka that I would definitely love to shout out to, because they are similar creatives like me, like Ashini Jai Singh, that's Detective Harley. She is another amazing keen eye talented artist, like makeup artist and concept visual, person, and that's really amazing. Her account, her stuff is gold. There's Dominique. There's Nupinuka Fernando, who's like an amazing designer. And when her cosplays, she incorporates that into her cosplays as well.
Send me her
And
profile. Like, I want to
yeah,
see.
of
I want to see
course.
everyone that you're talking about. I want to see their work.
These are like really amazing people. And off the top of my head, honestly, like and then Gaini, she's another makeup artist. Her style is quite different from mine.
She was here.
And she was here.
She was here. Yeah.
So yeah, so you can check her out. I think SFX by Gaini. And then there is Hashini. She's relatively new, but her style, like she's such a new artist, but her style is so authentic and it's so real. I'm blown away by it. And Vanity Tunes, amazing. Like
Miss Vanity.
miles apart, but like I'm awed by her work. It's just
She's a big fan of yours, by the way. We do like go through your profile sometimes and go, wow. We fangirl over you.
I do that individually by myself sometimes when I feel unmotivated. I'm like, oh, but look at all these amazing pictures. Like one thing I do regret is not being able to hang out with you guys properly before I left Bahrain, and I wish I could do that. So maybe
We
that
didn't
would be
exist before that. Like, we were
Oh,
relatively
Jesus.
new as well. We were
Yeah.
so new. But you said
I
you were
kinda-
coming to Bahrain soon, right?
Yeah, probably. I was going to this year, but I was going to try this year, but then I would probably after this Corona mess come
Yeah.
back. For sure.
This year is cancelled. This year is just like, it's bad
Before
luck.
even it didn't even begin, dude. Like Jesus. Oof.
Yeah, I remember from January, like there was like World War III supposed to happen. It was a thing.
Dude.
Like,
Yeah, and then like yes, Corona is like a big issue. That's the thing right now. But then you have the killer hornets, and then the Ebola cases popping up again, and then now you have the riots, which is also like how much worse can this year get?
our economy is deteriorating and
Oh.
people are losing jobs here. People are getting kicked out. I'm on the edge of getting kicked out, but
Oh
make the
Lord,
swing.
Lordy Lord.
Yeah, so 2020
Oh.
is cancelled. I'll see you in 2021.
Yeah, like no one's gonna talk about their plans for this year. There's no such thing. Like,
No to-do
Girl.
list.
bye. Yeah, like, yeah. Let's like come back in 2021, and maybe I'll like let's go buy stuff.
Can't wait to meet. Like, we never met and it's crazy.
I can't wait to collab, bro. I
Oh, yeah.
really want to do a collaboration with you guys, because that's always like, I'm a huge introvert, so like even if we do hang out, it would just be me just staring at your faces.
We're all introverts. We're all introverts. That's what makes us special. But yeah, I have an idea in mind. I'll tell you about it after the live chat. And it'll be a cool thing, a cool type of collaboration. So I'm not gonna keep you any longer because I know it's probably 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. where you are.
It's almost 1. It's 5 minutes to 1.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. But yeah, we'll let you go now. You can get some rest because it's very late where you are. And yeah, I'll hop into your DMs about the idea that I have, and then we'll see where it goes.
Hey.
Okay? I don't think anyone wants to say anything. They're just like, does anyone want to say anything before we leave? Because she
I'm
needs to go
so
to
sorry.
sleep.
We should have read your comments like a lot earlier, but I have to like go like this if I want to read anything. And
Okay. We'll stay for 2 more minutes if anyone wants to ask anything or comment. We are all here.
I do have a question for you, but like, what are your like plans for 2021? Like the first thing you would want to do?
I want to travel again. I know that's like not the biggest thing that anyone should think of.
Oh yeah.
But when I went to Dubai this year, I was having so much fun, and then while I was at the convention, the problems started happening. Like airports started shutting down, so we had to like leave Dubai immediately, or else we'd be stuck there. Yeah, I felt like it was rushed. But other than that, I mean, I still want to work on more content. I want to hop into the acting field finally. I want to do something different.
Yeah. Here's hoping to that 2021 isn't cancelled too, because like, bruh.
Vanity's here.
Hey, again. Yo, hi. Hello.
You're late.
I don't know how to read Arabic.
She's like talking Arabic. Do you understand Arabic?
No.
Oh, okay.
I lived 15 years in Bahrain, but like have nothing. Nada. Sad.
Okay, let's see. All right, then that's it for this live chat. Thank you very much for joining my live chat and talking about creativity at its finest. And stay safe and keep us updated with your next projects. Okay?
Oh, of course.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Mom.
Bye, child.
Bye,
Good night.
Bye.